Hello everyone. Welcome back to our St. Joseph's Corner channel. Back with me again, Joseph, your host. Have you ever felt like you were in a place so dark that you didn't know what to do next? Like you couldn't tell which way was up or down, left or right? Today we're going to talk about a young woman who lived through unimaginable darkness, but became a powerful symbol of light for the entire world. This is the story of St. Lucy of Syracuse. Her name, Lucy, comes from the Latin word lux, which means light, and her story truly shines as a beacon of hope. We celebrate her on December 13th, right in the middle of Advent, time when we wait for the coming of Christ, the light of the world. Lucy was born around the year 283 in Syracuse, Sicily. She came from a wealthy Christian family, but her life took a difficult turn when her father died when she was just 5 years old. This left her and her mother, Eutychia, on their own. To make matters worse, her mother suffered from a chronic illness, a bleeding disorder, and she worried constantly about Lucy's future. So, she arranged for Lucy to marry a young nobleman from a pagan family, hoping to secure her daughter's safety. But Lucy had other plans. She felt a deep calling to dedicate her life entirely to God. About 40 miles away, in the city of Catania, was the tomb of another famous virgin martyr, St. Agatha. The tomb was a popular pilgrimage site known for many miracles. Lucy, full of faith, convinced her ailing mother to make the journey with her, hoping for a cure. While they were praying fervently at St. Agatha's tomb, Lucy had a powerful vision. St. Agatha appeared to her and said that because of Lucy's great faith, her mother would be healed. Agatha also told Lucy that she, Lucy, would become the glory of Syracuse, just as Agatha was the glory of Catania. As the vision ended, Lucy woke up and cried out, "Mother, you are healed." And she was. From that moment on, Lucy's path was clear. She felt St. Agatha guiding her toward a life as a bride of Christ and preparing her for martyrdom. She told her mother she wished to remain a virgin and asked for permission to give their wealth away to the poor. At first, her mother hesitated, suggesting she wait. Lucy, filled with a wisdom beyond her years, insisted that giving it away immediately would bring far greater merit. Her faith was so compelling that her mother agreed. For the next few years, Lucy joyfully distributed her fortune to those in need, postponing the marriage her mother had arranged. This was a dangerous time to be a Christian. In the year 303, the Roman Emperor Diocletian launched the Great Persecution, an empire-wide effort to stamp out Christianity. Churches were destroyed, sacred books were burned, and Christians were forbidden to gather. Those who were discovered were forced to make sacrifices to the Roman gods. If they refused, they faced torture and even death. But this terrible evil had an unintended effect. It actually strengthened the faith of many. Christians began to worship in secret, risking their lives to stay true to their beliefs. The stories of martyrs who bravely faced death inspired countless others to remain steadfast. This was the world Lucy lived in. Around the year 304, when she was about 21, her suitor, the pagan nobleman she was supposed to marry, found out what she had been doing. He discovered she had given away her dowry to the poor because of her Christian faith, and realized she would never marry him. He was furious. In an act of revenge, he reported her to Paschasius, the governor of Syracuse, denouncing her as a Christian. Governor Paschasius had Lucy arrested and brought before him. He demanded she renounce her faith and offer a sacrifice to the Roman gods. Lucy refused. According to ancient accounts, she told him, "The only pure sacrifice I can offer is to visit orphans and widows in their trouble and to keep myself unspotted from the world. For 3 years I have offered this sacrifice to my God, and now I long to offer myself to him as a living victim." She then boldly accused the governor of worshiping demons and prophesied his own downfall. Enraged, Paschasius ordered that she be taken to a brothel to be defiled. But a miracle occurred. When the guards tried to move her, she became as heavy as a mountain. They couldn't budge her. They tied ropes to her and even brought in a team of oxen, but she remained immovable, rooted to the spot by the power of God. Frustrated, they piled wood around her and tried to burn her alive, but the flames wouldn't touch her. The fire danced around her but left her completely unharmed. Finally, in a last desperate act of cruelty, the governor ordered a soldier to end her life with a sword. As she lay dying, it is said she spoke a final prophecy that the persecution would soon end. The church would find peace, and that she would become a protector of her city, Syracuse. Her prophecies came true. The persecutions ended, the church was granted peace, and Lucy became the beloved patron saint of Syracuse. Veneration for her spread like wildfire throughout the Christian world. She was so revered that by the end of the 6th century, Pope St. Gregory the Great added her name to the most sacred prayer of the Mass, the Roman canon, where she is still honored today alongside the apostles and other great martyrs. You might have seen paintings or statues of St. Lucy holding a plate with 2 eyes on it. This comes from a later legend. Some stories say that her eyes were gouged out during her torture. Another version says that her suitor was obsessed with the beauty of her eyes. So she plucked them out herself to remove his temptation, sending them to him on a platter. According to this legend, God miraculously restored her sight. This is why she is the patron saint of the blind and those with eye trouble. She reminds us to see with the eyes of faith. St. Lucy's story is about more than just historical events. It's a powerful lesson for our own lives. Her name means light, and her life shows us how to be a light in the darkness. We all face moments of darkness, worry, fear, sadness, or confusion. In those times, we can feel lost. But St. Lucy's example teaches us one simple, powerful thing: always move toward the light. What draws you toward the light? Things like prayer, quiet reflection, reading something inspiring, taking a long walk, and surrounding yourself with true friends who genuinely want what's best for you. These things lift us up. And what draws us into darkness? Things like worry, fear, negative self-talk, and spending time with toxic people who drain our energy. We have to be sensitive to these things and actively choose the light. There might be days when you feel like you can't even walk toward the light. That's okay. In those days, just try to move. And if you can't move, that's okay too. Look toward the light. The light of faith, hope, and love will always lead us forward. The story of a young woman who chose death over compromising her faith has inspired millions for over 1,700 years. St. Lucy teaches us that no matter how dark things get, the light of God can never be extinguished. Her courage shows us what it means to stand strong for what we believe in, to trust God completely, and to let our own little light shine brightly in the world. So as we remember this incredible saint, let's ask ourselves, in what areas of my life am I moving toward the light? And where might I be drifting toward the darkness? Let's ask St. Lucy to pray for us, that we might have her strength, her wisdom, and her unwavering faith to always choose Christ and his light above all else. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the saints. Take care, everyone. Stay healthy and hungry for holiness. See you next time, and God bless you always.